Hey guys, guess what? Who gets to do business in Hawaii? I mean, how cool is this? I am so excited to share my story with you today, and I want to show you where my story got me. I'm just going to give you, I don't know how much you'll be able to see, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a view. So here's overlooking my balcony, and I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting, but out there, you guys, is the ocean. And we are here in one of the most gorgeous, breathtaking resorts ever. And it's because of a story, it's because of Plexus, and it's because of what we get to share all the time. And that kind of leads me into a little bit of what I'm going to share. That was kind of my teaser. But I want to tell you, and maybe hopefully spare you, a little bit of some of the hard lessons that I learned from the perspective of being scared to share the business. So when I started Plexus, a lot of you know my story of why I became so passionate about it. But you guys, to sum it up briefly, I was all about the health. I didn't care about the business initially at all. In fact, I didn't even want to know my password to sign in. That's how much it was not going to be a business thing for me. But after, fast forward, when I realized, you know, this is a business, this is an incredible business, I had a fear that was holding me back from sharing that. Sorry, I gotta just switch my arms here. So I started sharing passionately about the products. All my presentations were about the products. Everything that I talked about was product-based. I did presentations that were exciting, they were great, but they had like one slide of the business. So, hey Ruth. So you guys, I went emerald on sharing the passion about the products. And I joke and say that, you know what, I think people signed up with me because I was so excited about what our products did. And you know what, that's good. The passion, the excitement. When I did my presentations, I was so thrilled. The nerd in me was so excited. I said, I think people signed up just to get me to stop talking. But no, it was really, really great. So when I got to Emerald, I'll be perfectly vulnerable and perfectly honest here. When I got to Emerald, I was so tired and so exhausted emotionally because I had poured my heart and soul, and I had a team of sick people. So I want to clarify and say, yes, Plexus is all about helping people gain their health. That is so good. That is so beneficial. That's what we're all about. But you guys, when you have a team of, let's say, 1,000, 1,500 sick people, nobody can manage that. Nobody was meant to deal with that level of that many people that are sick, put it that way. So a very wise friend said to me this. She says, Jess, sorry, somebody keeps calling in. She says, Jess, you have gotten the fish that you baited for. You have a team that doesn't know hardly anything about the business because you never shared it with them. What you shared was the health aspect, and that is powerful, that is good, but you have gotten a team of sick people. And so she got me thinking. She says, you know what, the reason that you are so tired, the reason that you are so overwhelmed and that you feel like this business is a drain on me, because you know what, guys, I honestly felt the joy had been taken a lot from me because of how tired I was, and how I just said, Jen, all I do all day is answer questions about people's health. And I love it. That's because that is who I am. But the joy that I had started this business was being sucked out of me because I was so tired. And she said, if you want that to change, hi Heidi, she says, you have got to change your bait. You have got to start sharing the message. But you guys, I was terrified of sharing the business side of Plexus, because what were people going to think? Everybody knew me as someone who was into health. They knew me that they knew my message was about health. What were they going to think if all I did was, or not all, but if I started sharing about money? And I remember talking to Eva and Kristen one time where I was driving down the road. I don't remember where I was going, but they both told me, I want you to share something about the business today. And I just said, I can't. What are people going to say? I've always been about health. And I was so scared. I remember almost hyperventilating. can I do this? But I knew at that point, I had been thinking, I realized that I had a problem. I realized if I was this tired at Emerald, what was I going to be when my team got bigger and all that I had shared was the health aspect. Don't get me wrong, I love the health and you know that, so I'm not going to say that again. So I remember driving down the road thinking, okay, I'm going to share something about the business, and my hands are pretty much shaking because this was so out of my league. So I did a post about business, and I said, I want your business page to be half business, half health, and I want you to start posting something about business every day. Oh, that was so difficult for me. But I started doing that, and I started sharing the business. And then when I did my presentations, before I had like 2-3 sides of business, everything else health. So I started doing a shift. I made myself start out with a business, do the health, and end with a business. And you guys, everything started changing for me. Everything started changing for me because I had changed my bait. If you want to go for the sharks, if you want to go for the whales, if you want to go for the big people that are going to do the business, that are come alongside you and run with you, you can't be putting in worms on your hook. You have to be putting out a hook that is going to catch a shark. And so I did that. Fast forward, you guys, it has changed everything in my business. The passion and the fun of doing this business has changed because I have people running beside me. I am seeing people that have the same story that we did, that they're able to retire their husbands. They're able to make dreams come true. And I want to tell you this, and I know a lot of you already know this, but I want to say it again of how true, and I want it to sink into your heart. Sharing a business that can set someone financially free, that is able to make a family's dreams come true, that might save a marriage because the financial burden is taken off of them, the financial stress that they're probably squabbling about, the ability to pay bills, that is as powerful as having someone else change their health. Because so often when people are bound by the extreme stress of financial issues, that can rob a person of health. But when you see the light come on in someone's eyes, because you have helped their dream come true, because you have saved their marriage with the financial stresses taking off of them, because they're able to do something for their children that they only dreamed about, because daddy's able to come home from work, mama's able to stay home from work and doesn't have to drop her babies off at daycare, that is life-changing. And we have to be as passionate about that and about changing our message to be included the incredible opportunity of this business as much as the incredible opportunity of the health. And so if you have a team and you're saying, you know what, my team's not growing, all I have is people that are taking the products, but nobody's running with me, nobody is getting a hold of the passion of doing the business. Well, what is your bait? When you share Plexus on Facebook, are you sharing the opportunity? When you're sharing at your meetings, are you as passionate and excited about the opportunity as you are about the health? So if you're timid and your bait is only worms, you're not going to catch sharks. And so I want to encourage you to remember this: the people's opinions are not paying your bills. People's opinions are not making your dreams come true. People's opinions are not fulfilling someone's why. And so if you let that hold your back, then don't complain if your team isn't growing. Don't complain if you don't have business runners. So my tips. Well, you know what? I'm just going to share two things of what my tips are as far as having a strong, solid team. Something that I really learned. So, Heidi, go for sharks, that's right. So I do two things when I set someone up, or when I sign someone up. I put them in a chat, and that chat is for them to get them going strong, because we have, back to the products, we have powerful, life-changing products. And in the first 3 months, people need to be coached on how to take them. They need to be coached through the detox. They need to be coached and till they feel secure and find how to juggle the products on their own. And that support, you guys, is so very important, because if we can get them past the first 3 months and they start to feel good, they start to have that vision, that is huge. And while I am doing that, the thing we talked about last night in the spa here, you guys, it is so amazing. We had a powwow meeting, Ame, Shoshana, and a bunch of us, and we were talking about casting long-term vision. And I did a video in the Guy Health and Happiness about this. When you start someone out with Plexus, I start them thinking 3 months out, Then I tell them what they can be expecting at 6 months, 9 months, because you know what, till their body has life-changing change, we're actually thinking 2 years. And so I start from day one casting long-term vision. So they're not thinking 60, 90 days of possibly quitting. They're not expecting huge things till 3 and 6 months. So I always cast long-term vision, because when you cast long-term vision, they're not thinking of day-to-day so much on how they feel. Because if people are obsessed day-to-day, will I have gas, will I have diarrhea, these products don't work. No, we're casting thinking long-term. So that is what I do right from day one, is have them thinking in 3, 6, 9 months increments. Then what I started doing recently that has really been beneficial and getting me runners from day one, runners out of people who only join for product, is I put them in a chat with a couple women and I who are talking about business and about sharing and about posting every day. So before it was just the products, but what we're doing now is from day one, I have them with a group of us that are talking about daily posting, about sharing why we're excited, why we're doing Plexus, why I decided to take this leap in getting runners with me. And that has so changed the mindset of people that started Plexus maybe just because they were tired or they, excuse me, had allergies. They're seeing women excited every day sharing in this chat about posting their why, about getting some friends to go with them, about getting their products paid for. And at the same time, we share usually about 1 video a day in that chat of the passion of the marketing side of Plexus, of sharing this as a business. So what I am seeing is people that started just for the health are so excited because these girls are cheering them on and commenting on their business post, commenting on why they're doing Plexus. So from day one, they have the support in the chat, and they have the vision cast in front of them in an excited, fun, community-style sort of running with the business. And you guys, my fish, my whole team, the bait has changed, and I'm getting runners. I'm getting runners all the time because I've set my bait for sharks, not just for minnows. And so I encourage you guys to share with belief, share with passion, because that's how I grew initially, and that is the most engaging way to grow this business. But at the same time, you're gonna get the fish you bait for. So make sure that you're baiting your hook with what you want to catch. I hope that helps. Have an awesome day.